Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over the Cinco de Mayo event, which I probably pronounced incorrectly. It's called Death Parade, very colourful as you can see, and it is going to involve this character right here. It's going to be Raulito. I have done a preview of this character and I will say he's looking kind of exciting because he can work with multiple different groups of characters and quite accessible characters too. The Henyen Raulito combo is going to be interesting to check out. If we look at the initial information, it says welcome to the Cinco de Mayo parade. Cinco de Mayo Death Parade event. Collect sombreros from the Death Parade missions, roadmaps, and the daily login calendar. Use them to trade in the grey market for Gold Mythic Raulito, a special Cinco de Mayo avatar, and many other rewards. We'll just go through the details. It does indeed start tonight, the 4th of May, 2023 at 5 PM Pacific time. And it ends in 2 weeks on the 18th of May at 5 PM Pacific time. I assume the grey market will end 24 hours after the end of the event, as is kind of standard. It does say there will be a cross-region war, a faction onslaught, a solo survival road, and a faction survival road during the course of the event. So it looks like you're going to be able to earn, you know, the rewards, the sombreros, doing War, Onslaught, and SR. Here are the CRW actual dates. This weekend, as we already knew, it starts on the 5th of the 5th, 5 PM Pacific time, as is kind of standard with the War. But then we do have Onslaught for the first time in quite a long time. Next weekend, as we have Faction Onslaught coming in. Then we have a Survival Solo, Solo Survival Road, and that's going to be next week, early next week, and then near the end of the week, it is going to be SR. So it's going to be 2 SRs in the same week, effectively. Looks like it, or within a week anyway. Then we have the details on the Cinco de Mayo Death Parade character, which is going to be Raulito. He does look very interesting indeed, and then we also have the avatar, which looks really cool, and this is like a walker cheating. I do say, hitting a is it a pinata, and the pinata looks like it's full of guts. It actually looks like it's full of guts, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Here are the Death Parade missions. You can see these are probably going to run throughout the entire time. It says the master mission is complete all the war missions. And this is just winning war battles. So you progressively win more battles. You get sombreros on the right-hand side. Then we had the Faction Onslaught version as well. Win Faction Onslaught battles. This is as a faction. This is going to be potentially pretty hard. 1,000 Onslaught battles. I think you can only win 30 per Onslaught. So that means you have to do... Is that 10... maybe it's not too crazy, but you have to do like 35 Onslaught battles. Each one lasts an hour. Maybe, I don't know. That's gonna maybe be tough. That's gonna maybe be tough in a 48-hour event doing 35, and you have to win. Don't forget, because it says win. So that actually might be really tough. The next one is kill walkers as a faction. This isn't going to be too tough. Walkers are everywhere. I'm not sure if they've managed to include like towers in this yet. But that'll be extra walkers for your faction if you so needed, but this isn't too difficult. And then complete all submissions for the level up Raulito missions, which I would say is worthwhile doing just anyway. But you're going to get bonuses if you do it during the event. Remember, don't level him up until he's grade 5, just so you get extra level up points for leveling him up. So get him to grade 5, then level him up, then get your extra points. And you can get him all the way to max if you so wish to get extra little bits of sombreros. But you could get him to like level 480 and just get, you know, a reasonable amount of sombreros if you are out of like bronze medals and silver medals, so on and so forth. Then we have complete SR stages. There are 2 SR tournaments during this, so this shouldn't be too crazy. And it's not as a faction, it's an individual. 250 actually. I think per SR you do 125, right? This can also be done, I think, you could probably cheese it a little bit by attacking your daily SR and then fleeing. If you want to just get this done real quick, then you can get a copy of Raulito maybe really quick. How many can you get from this? 150. So you can get 175 from this. We'll see how much Raulito costs in a second. But then there's the Death Parade roadmap, which will also get you some sombreros. All acts start when the event starts, so you complete this roadmap from the get-go. You can do it straight away and go all the way through this if you so wish. Act 1, Act 2, lots of sombreros on offer, but you potentially need Raulito. There we go. It does say you need Raulito for this. This is going to work a little bit like the John event, which actually was pretty good. So if there is any spenders in your faction and they put Raulito up as a faction support, you potentially can take him as faction support. So just keep an eye on that for the early stages of the event. Then we had the daily login rewards. It's going to last for 14 days, probably, or just less than 14 days. And it's going to be quite a few sombreros. The last day is going to give a nice little boost on top. Now, how much is Raulito? He costs 500. So you will get a little bit of a boost if you do the SR thing that I said. But you do remember you need 2 copies to start leveling him up. It's going to take maybe a little bit of time to get the double copy. You might be able to get it if you go all in on this weekend's war as well. Complete that roadmap to the entirety, which you should be able to do. Then you can go for the Cinco de Mayo avatar, which is quite expensive, honestly. The avatar costs more than one version of Raulito. They keep doing this with the avatars. I'm not sure why they make the avatars so crazy expensive. It's a fluff item, it should be for fun, but they're like, nope, it ain't like that. Attack vs Strong Paragon mod, 2,000 sombreros. It is a guaranteed mod. This is actually pretty nuts. It's very expensive, but you can pick up sombreros, no doubt, in the store if you want to pick up this mod. Attack set Paragon mod costs 1/4 the cost of that, a guaranteed mod. But it's RNG on what the mod's going to be. Attack vs Strong on attack set, that is, as well. And there's quite a lot of strong characters that have just come out on defense teams, so that's going to be pretty reasonable. Now, is it worth not getting 4 versions of Raulito for that mod? I would say no. I would say no. But Raulito is very good. And then you can get things like gear medals, silvers, Bernadettes, so on and so forth. And then if you want to check out my video, it is actually linked on the actual post itself. And or you can check it out in the top right hand corner where it was linked before. And it'll probably be in the end screen as well. So that's the kind of info on the event itself. It looks like you should be able to get your hands on quite a few sombreros. And it costs 2,500 total to get Raulito. And I think it's definitely worth going for him as the priority. He is an extremely good character, but it's what he does for other characters with his leader skill. And he's going to be great for roadmaps if you're someone who struggles with roadmaps and stuff. He's going to be absolutely good for blitzing through those. Now, those roadmaps will have mods sooner or later. So there potentially could be burn resist come through and stuff. But otherwise, he's actually really, really good. So this is the Cinco de Mayo event. And it looks quite a lot like the event when we had to grind out to get John, which I think was actually a pretty decent event. It was maybe a little bit too confined, 2 weeks. And this one's the same. I want to see some of these month-long events again, maybe with 1 or 2 mini events in. I think when people started complaining about those big events with mini events in is when they did it with the anniversary event where it had 7 mini events in. It was just way too much. It was way too much. Whereas this, I think you can do 2 or 3 in a month and it'll be okay, or 1 per week during multi-week. That's just my little thoughts on that. We'll see what happens in the future, but this event looks actually pretty good. The character is great. If you haven't checked him out, you should see an overlay on your screen around about now to check him out. If you have any thoughts on the event itself, though, please leave them in the comments down below. That is the end of my video, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.